I don't know about you guys, but I have been having a challenging couple of days. I was just shedding a couple tears because Lily has been just, I don't know what's going on. I think it's a mixture of things. Leighton, who you guys have seen in so many of my videos, he has gone back to Saskatchewan, where we're from, to work for the summer. He usually works at a golf course there because he's a golfer, so he's gone. Brennan is working full-time, so it's just Lily and I, and me trying to work from home. I know a lot of you are in the same boat, having to work from home, be isolated during this time, and it is not easy. It is so challenging. So today I wanted to just do a more lighthearted, fun video, and that is looking at the Miss Universe Philippines representatives over the decade and sharing what first comes to mind when I think about each woman. I haven't shared a Miss Philippines related video for quite a while, so I felt like it was due time. It's been so amazing to see how the Philippines has done at Miss Universe in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years at Miss Universe, the Philippines has placed top 10 or better almost every single time. So let's take a quick walk down memory lane, and I'm going to share with you what first comes to mind when I think of each representative. And I want you to let me know in the comments what you think of when you think of each of these women. Let's go back to 2010 with Venus Raj. Whenever I think of Venus, I think of her very seductive swimsuit walk, and then her somewhat unfortunate answer when she was in the top 5. I believe she said something like, "Sir, major, major," or "I haven't done anything major, major," something like that. I think you guys know what I mean. 2011, Shamsi Supsup. Shamsi, of course, is the new national director of Miss Universe Philippines. If you guys can hear Lily, she is freaking out. Fortunately, Brennan is with her right now, enjoying the fun that is toddler life. So Shamsi is the new national director of Miss Universe Philippines, and when I think of Shamsi, I think of her coming out in that elegant, beautiful, amazing gown that she wore at Miss Universe 2011. I thought she was an incredible representative, so beautiful. She represented Philippines so wonderfully at Miss Universe. Then we have one of my favorite Miss Universe contestants of all time, and that is Miss Universe Philippines 2012, Janine Tugonon. When I think of Janine, I think of so many different things, but namely I think of her coming out with her ponytail and gown and giving that amazing answer at Miss Universe 2012 about how English should not be an issue of being a potential Miss Universe, and that you shouldn't, and that being a Miss Universe should not be about speaking a particular language, but as long as you're able to influence other people and inspire people, that you will be an amazing Miss Universe. That's obviously not word for word, but it was something like that. So I always think of her ponytail, that blue gown, and that beautiful answer. Whenever I think of Ariella Arida, is that how you say her name? Miss Universe Philippines 2013, I think of her with that dark, long, straight hair coming out in that yellow evening gown. That is the vision of a potential Miss Universe. She looked remarkable, amazing, like she looked absolutely incredible. I actually looked back here because I thought that her hair was different in the prelims. Seeing her hair in the prelims, okay, she had like this updo situation, and then in the finals she had it down and straight. Two different women. Like obviously she's the same woman, but like what a difference that made. From that updo situation to her hair down, it went from like cutesy to fierce just from her hair. Anyway, I just thought she was so amazing in that gown. Truly an icon in my opinion with that gown. Like it's something that seems simple, but she pulled it off in such a way that not everyone could pull it off like that. So that's what I think of when I think of Ariella. Miss Universe Philippines 2014, Mary Jane Lastimosa. I actually met MJ Lastimosa at an event in Calgary, Alberta in 2017, and she was one of the hosts of the event that I was at, and she was so sweet, so beautiful, just so kind. And when I think of her coming out in that white gown that she wore at Miss Universe 2014, and I also think of her swimsuit performance. I personally loved her swimsuit performance at Miss Universe. I thought she was amazing, and so that's what I think of. Miss Universe 2015, none other than Pia Wurtzbach. So many things come to mind when I think of Pia, but the ultimate thing that I think of is her smize, her blue gown, her, what is it called, the Darna pose in the swimsuit competition, which a lot of you have informed me it's called the Darna pose, right? Darna, to represent Darna. And then of course her answer, the answer that she gave as her final answer. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. That is like the most iconic Miss Universe answer pretty much ever. I feel like it's one of the most iconic Miss Universe answers. That is what I think about when I think of Pia, and I think of a true icon. And how can I say Pia's name and what I think of about winning Miss Universe without talking about the wrong crowning? Obviously that comes to mind, but I want to focus on the women, and what I think about her is her blue gown, her smize, her strong personality, and her incredible answer, and then her amazing reign. Next we have Maxine Medina, Miss Universe Philippines 2016. When I think of Maxine, I think of a warm, soft, kind personality, because of course I competed at Miss Universe 2016 alongside Maxine. I think of her in her green and then her red gown when she competed, and I just think of a beautiful, kind woman. Miss Universe Philippines 2017, Rachel Peters. Rachel had such a beautiful swimsuit performance. That is what I think of when I think of Rachel. She just had this aura about her that reminded me of like Sports Illustrated or something. Like there was something about her that I thought was just so fun, so incredible. And I also, when I think of her gown, because her gown actually reminded me of Miss Mexico from 2016. Their gowns to me were quite similar, so that's what comes to mind when I think of her. Miss Universe 2018, Miss Universe Philippines 2018, Catriona Gray. When I think of Catriona, I think of her slow-mo swimsuit turn. Who can even, like, that is one of the most epic swimsuit walks at Miss Universe in my opinion ever. I think of her lava gown, which wowed millions around the world, and I think of her earpieces that she always wore. Those were just something so unique, so amazing. But the way she wore at Miss Universe Philippines when she competed at Bini Bini, and then the one she wore at Miss Universe, that to me is just something that comes to mind that I think of, so iconic. And there's so many things I could say about Catriona Gray, but those are the first things that pop in my brain when I think of Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray. Now we have Miss Universe Philippines 2019, Gazini Ganados. When I think of Gazini, I think of her wearing the purple long gown that she wore during the opening and when she was called into the top 20. I think of her long, dark, sleek hair, and then I think about her in her national costume. She was truly the winner of the national costume competition, although there seemed like there was a mix-up because Steve Harvey announced that it was Philippines, and all of a sudden it was Malaysia standing there when Philippines was actually the winner, but Malaysia, they were just showcasing because Philippines made the top 20. It was a whole mix-up situation. That is it for today's video. I wanted to keep it short and sweet and fun and lighthearted, so let me know in the comments what you think of when you first think of all these queens. What comes to mind? Is it a certain word? Is it something they wore? Is it something they said? What do you think about when you think of the different Miss Universe Philippines from 2010 to 2019? You guys can subscribe if you want to see more from me. We can dive deeper into the performances of these Miss Universe Philippines from the last 10 years. That can come soon, but I want to keep this just super easy going and nothing too crazy and critical, so I will see you guys in the next video.